Today I'm going to attempt to hand bend an exhaust pipe for the ugly twin. So I have the seamless tube, I've filled it with dry sand, and I have capped the ends. So we'll use a torch and see what we can produce. It's been filled with washed sand. I've capped both ends and then also put a nut, welded a washer and then a nut so that I can vent it when I'm heating it so it doesn't explode. So I'll put it on time lapse and see what happens. So this is what we've managed to bend. Not overly happy with it. A couple of little kinks. I think the sand moved. I had to sort of like repack it a little bit more. So next time I'm going to probably pack it a bit harder. And also if you saw in the video, I think you just need to progress and just keep following around and not just keep it all straight until you actually get to the final bend, as opposed to doing it in sections. I think that's why I've got a couple of kinks, or it isn't quite as smooth. It is 175, 180 across. Needed to be 140. So that is essentially 140. This is what I have from various other bikes. That one's off the Super Farmer. That's 170. This is the dodgy one that came with the ugly twin. In fact, the ugly twin, whoever had it before me, had an obsession with their welder, because if you have a look, they've even welded the exhaust, what do you call them, exhaust clamp little sections. So that is the 140 as well. It's like a mandrel bend that's been welded in. I'm wondering whether I can go use it initially and just come down low around here. I will have another go at at trying to get a tighter bend, but I just need to sort of progress a bit. I have these clamps that I made many years ago when I was an apprentice, so I'm actually going to try and utilize one of these, clamp it down onto the welding table. As you saw, the vise was moving, and it's also put some dings and scratches into the bend. So I'll try and clamp it down onto the bench. Continuing on from bending the exhaust, so need to add a flange. So I'm going to start at the head end and work my way through. So washer, step drill, and then we will take that on there. Got some bends in it. Not sure that they're right, but if I start there, then I can work my way. I'm going to make the header fit the standard exhaust, so that if there's any interchanging, I mean, this is going to be temporary, but if I make a mid-box, then it will fit any additional pipes that we interchange. So I'll try not to make it too custom. I'll just make it all fit. Here we have it tigged up. Not super excited with the outcome. There's dings and scratches from when we were bending when the vise slipped. I'm not worrying about that. A few kinks in the pipe, but this is initially to get the engine running and bike tested, so we can do some development. I'm going to build a steel mid-box. Eventually build an aluminium exhaust, but initially just a steel mid-box to make it nice and easy, so that we can get this thing running. So here's the mock-up for the mid-box exhaust. So using thin wall 4-inch exhaust pipe, and I've taken the shocks off and I've got the swing arm at full stuff, so plenty of gap below the airbox, so there's no baffle on the bottom of that airbox. It's fairly rusty, so I'll make an aluminium one or carbon fiber one, and then this will be the top tube, so that'll run in parallel to the top. Theory is the exhaust will get a swirl and then exit out through the top there. So let's see how we go. Here's the progress on the mid box. As you can see, I've welded in the inlet to it. I'll go around the other side and give you a better idea. So the 4-inch tube sits in above the swing arm. If we go to full stuff, lines up with the swing arm. This side's yet to be done, but I need to build the exit out through here, and then a muffler. So that's come up quite nice. I'll cap the ends once it's finished. In fact, I think I might even cap the ends in stainless. Here's a look at it off the bike. So really good flow. Mounted on the tags, stainless tags, Lear's 6mm. So the end caps have been welded on the mid box, and the out tube, so let's let it cool down, and then I'll start building the muffler that goes from there. Here it is fitted. I'm actually quite happy with that. Nice and tight. Good gaps. Plenty of room under the airbox. Plenty of room under the swing arm. Plenty of room for the chain. And then there'll be a muffler up in there. Yep. Good gaps. I'm going to have to rebuild that, but it's come up surprisingly good. Let's go for a zoom in. The mounting brackets are in there. It's not touching anything. Plenty of room. Great. Interesting to see what it sounds like. Please add your thoughts and comments, like and subscribe. Let's grow this channel.